All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Maxed Out Radio. It's been a hot minute since I made one of these, and for good reason. Maxed Out, thank you guys so much, has officially been released. It is available through the QR code that is on your screen right now. If you haven't gotten the chance to read it, it will also be in the description, and also you can see on the screen for everything Maxed Out. Visit that link right there. You'll be able to stream the opening theme that me and Yui-san wrote, and we're going to be talking about that today a little bit. And today's just going to be a chill episode. It's just going to be me and you kind of hanging out for 15, 20 minutes, kind of just talking about Maxed Out and talking about the release and what went into that and the music and all that. And I don't really have much of a plan for today. We're just gonna chill. All right, it's just going to be me and you. We're just going to chill. So first things first, I finally finished it. It took forever. Drawing manga is really hard, and I learned that the hard way. And I just went through it, and I just toughed it out, and that's why you didn't hear from me for about 4 months there, I think was the last episode. I really, really wanted to get this done and wanted to get it out, and I gotta be honest, I locked the F in. There's really no other way for me to say that. I just straight up just locked in and just kind of shut everything else out with YouTube and just did my best to finish it. And so far the feedback has been really positive, so thank you guys so much for that. It really does mean the world to me that y'all are enjoying it as much as I had fun making it, which is just super awesome. And obviously the song as well, which we have the instrumental playing in the background. Be sure to check that out on Spotify, of course, with the links like I discussed. And yeah, I think I'm going to talk about the song first, which is called Expressionless Loop, and I believe in Japanese it said Hyojo no Loop, or Rupu, however you want to say it. Hyojo no Rupu. I don't speak Japanese very well, so I'm sorry if you just witnessed that as a Japanese person or a native Japanese speaker. Yeah, this song, I wanted to write a song that kind of encapsulated the entirety of the story, just like an anime opening would. And so the lyrics were actually written by myself in English, and then I translated them into Japanese and kind of reworked them to make sure that they matched the flow of the song or whatever. And then Yui-san obviously delivered that incredible vocal performance for us, which, by the way, she is so talented. So please be sure to support her as well. I will make sure that she is linked in the description and whatnot. Yui-san being a former band member of a band called Squall of Scream, and is currently a part of a band called Sunset and Disappearance in Japan. But I don't think their name is actually Sunset and Disappearance. I think that's like when it's translated into English, that's what it is. But of course, her channel will have links to everything for that as well if you want to check out her other stuff. But she's been super supportive of the series so far. I would love to have her on here one day when I can speak Japanese better. It's just my conversational Japanese really struggles at the moment. So it's not something that I'm really ready to do yet, but mark it down. You heard it here first on November 6th. I would love to have her on an episode of this so you guys could chat with her as well with me. And you know, I think it'd be a super interesting episode. So yeah, this song, obviously, I really just wanted to capture the feeling of what Maxed Out is, which is basically being stuck in a loop and trying to get out of it. And so the song Expressionless Loop kind of captures that in the lyrics. And go ahead and watch the lyric video over on the official Maxed Out page. I will just link that as like the first thing in this description. I obviously spent a long time making that, and you'll be able to read the lyrics in both Japanese and in English if you really want to dive into them there and see what it was all about. And I think that does a better job of really explaining truly what these lyrics meant, of just being stuck in a loop and wanting to get out of it and all that kind of stuff. So that was the gist of the song. And for the actual instrumental part of it and writing like what I wanted, because obviously this is a story about a band, right? If you haven't read the chapter, that's essentially where we're getting started, right? It's just chapter 1, so not too much has been put in, but Max Chan, hopefully you listen to this after you've read it. If you haven't read it yet, don't listen to this part of the video because I'm going to spoil it. But basically, our character, Maki Hoshimoto, her name used to be Boshimoto, but we changed it very near towards the end. So I might slip up and say that a few times. Maki Hoshimoto, which her name means true hope from the stars, kind of, or like hope from origin of the stars is kind of, it doesn't really directly translate, but that's essentially what it means. True hope from the stars is probably the best English way to say that. And her nickname is Max-chan, or Max, hence the name Maxed Out. Why her nickname is that will be revealed later on in the story, so stay tuned. But for now, we'll just call her Max-chan. What was I even talking about? I don't even remember. But essentially, what she was doing is the chapter kind of showcases her being stuck in a loop, and her childhood friend, Reina Hayashi, is the one that kind of encourages her to do something different for the day, and that's what leads her to end up working at Reina's family's music store, and that's where her path with music begins, and the story really is going to take off from there. This chapter was just meant to kind of be an introduction, just to showcase what was going on, introduce 3 out of the 4 main characters, and kind of set the setting for the rest of the volume. So I'm really excited to share the rest with you, because I know as the author that it only gets better from here and more entertaining and funny, and yeah, just a lot of stuff happens from here on, and the story is really going to start to take off from about chapter 2, chapter 3. So I'm really excited to share that part of it with you guys. And so if you guys, so far I've had like overwhelmingly positive feedback on chapter 1, and like it's such a surreal feeling, and I'm just so surprised because I worked on it for so long. Obviously I was like the only person that saw it every day, so I got very used to what the story was and everything, and aside from my immediate family, no one else had read it. So having people read it for the first time and give their feedback, and just have, my close friends or even just random people online reading it for the first time saying they really enjoyed it, that they thought it was really funny, is just so crazy to me, because I just didn't really, it's just weird as a creator to have something you worked on for so long finally have people see it. So, yeah, obviously I'm so thankful to all of you guys that have really enjoyed it so far. And I just can't wait to share chapter 2 with you, because I know that chapter 2 and chapter 3 is definitely going to be miles above what chapter 1 was. So if you guys enjoyed chapter 1, then you're probably really, really going to like what's to come for the rest of this. But the unique thing about this story, because I imagine this episode might bring in some new people that haven't heard of Maxed Out. The unique thing about Maxed Out is that it's a manga that also has music written with it, but it's done by the same person. So I do write the manga, draw the manga, and write all of the music as well myself. So that's something that is probably very rarely seen in the manga industry or manga world, if at all. I don't know if it's ever been done before. I haven't really looked, to be honest with you. I'm sure someone has maybe attempted it before, but Maxed Out is truly a music manga through and through. You've got everything done by the same person, which is quite rare. So that's why it is so much work to do this, because it's really, the more and more I did it, the more and more I realized why it hasn't been done before, or if it has been done before, I haven't heard about it, because it is just an insane challenge and literally just crazy amounts of work to get this done. And I'm just now realizing that every time I talk really loudly, this visualizer is like clipping into the logo. So I apologize for that, guys. I'm going to shrink it a little bit and move it down, and we'll just like put it over here or something like that. Hopefully, I don't want it to snap. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't go into the logo anymore. That was really irking me, really bugging me. So I wanted to fix that right now. I'm a perfectionist, okay? Also, what else is new with Maxed Out? Updated thumbnail, as you can see, obviously here. I just kind of threw this together really quickly, but the actual illustration that you're seeing is the same illustration that's on the cover. And I wanted to talk about this because Maxed Out is using a modern art style that's very common. There's a Japanese word for it that they've been using in the anime industry lately. I forget what it's called. I think it starts with an S. But basically, I could be totally wrong about that, by the way. I could be like literally completely off. But essentially what it is the minimalization of shadows, or the lightening of shadows, and the simplifying of the lines, and using a quite scratchy brush for the outline. And so we have what I've come up with here, kind of following more into that style, leaning more into that, because I actually really like the fact that Maxed Out has a very simply drawn style. I obviously appreciate manga that's very, very well drawn and realistically laid out and just insane, artistic ability in that sense. But Maxed Out is something that I wanted the characters to kind of match the goofy nature of the story, if you will. It is a story that is heavily focused around comedy a lot of the time. And so I didn't want the visuals to be like too serious. And so that's why, hence, I came up with what we have right here, which is, just a kind of a chill little thing. Speaking about which, let's kind of talk about Max-chan as a character a little bit. I'm going to do this live with you guys. I'm going to insert an image here of Max-chan, which is her official character design sheet. If I can find it here on my PC, it shouldn't take me too long. It should be right here. There you go. And so I will drag this onto the screen. As you can see, it just took up the whole thing by accident. So let me shrink that. And we'll talk about this a little bit. This is going to be a little bit covered. I'm sorry that I'm covering all the links in the logo here. We're just going to look at this for a little bit. So this is Max-chan's official character design sheet, if I could say that word properly. So she is 17 years old. She is 5'1". I purposely made her short because I feel like people who are often lost in the crowd are often very short. So I purposely made her short for that. She's from Toyota, Japan. If you didn't know, so Toyota, Japan is about I sound like a Westerner there, or a Southerner, not a Westerner. I am a Westerner. A Southerner, like a Southern U.S. accent. I don't know where that came from. Anyways, so she's from Toyota, Japan, which is about an hour, 40 minutes to an hour, give or take, to the east of Nagoya, if you know where Nagoya is. If you don't know where that is, it's basically in the middle of Japan, a little bit off to the west. And so basically you're middle south of Japan in that area, about 4 hours from Tokyo, 4 hours to the west of Tokyo, I believe, something like that. And so her instrument in the story is that she is going to be the rhythm guitarist for the band and the vocalist. So obviously how that happens, you'll have to read to find out, but that has been known from the start that she plays the rhythm guitar and the vocals. I think it's pretty much revealed in like the first 5 pages that she is going to learn the guitar. And some of her hobbies, very apparent in the first chapter. You'll basically get the gist of this right away. Is that she loves anime. She's an anime watcher, anime lover through and through, full-on otaku. It's all she ever thinks about. And that she, this hasn't been revealed yet, and will be later on, but that she plays the piano as well and knows how to play the piano. So just a cool little thing there. What is that? Oh, I was like, there's this black line there. It's actually the edge of her hair in the other illustration. I thought I messed up something on the character design sheet. Maybe I'll just like increase the size of this a little bit so we can take a closer look at her. So we'll take a look at the headshot here. You can see she's got these very, very blue eyes. And I chose this hair color because I wanted something that wasn't standard for an anime main character, and I really wanted a color that kind of like why don't we just make this thing full screen while I talk about it, and I'll take the visualizer and just put this up here for now. And so I wanted a color that really popped but also matched that kind of like expressionless, monotone, I'm just kind of doing my own thing look, which you can tell by her eyes right away. I mean, if we zoom in on this, she's got these very, very, very flat eyes. So I definitely included those flat eyes to kind of like, especially in this one, I feel like this really gives off the kind of personality she has. Very much of like, why are you talking to me? Like, I don't want to talk to you. So that's why, I gave her that color, was to kind of really emphasize that whole expressionless look she's got going on. Obviously minimal shadows in the styling. This is of course just concept art, but in anime form, this is what I pictured Maxed Out to look like. I didn't picture it having super realistic shadows or anything. I just kind of pictured more of like almost Kyoto animation background style and simplified characters like this. So that's why I drew it like this. Of course, some shadows done in there and whatever. Very, very thin lines used, and obviously that scratchy brush. Yeah, she's just wearing a two-tone blue hoodie, of course. I wanted her to wear clothes that looked like she didn't really care what she looked like when she went outside, like kind of reminiscent of someone who would be a shut-in. I know that, I mean, I'm not really a shut-in. I mean, I kind of am. Let's be real here. Like, I draw manga and make music. I'm not really leaving my house all that much. And I'm usually wearing like, just a hoodie, sweatpants every time I go out. Usually, and when I do go out, it's like to the grocery store, stuff like that. So it's not any big events or anything. And so I wanted her to have something similar to that kind of shut-in vibe, but still, I wasn't like, I think sometimes people, when designing anime girls, especially, you kind of have to choose what you're going to go for. Like if you're going for a character that's like really edgy and really goth, or a character that's like hot per se, or a character that's more cute. And I was just going for more of a character that was cute, not necessarily a character that was hot or goth or anything like that. So that is definitely why she's got more of a lighter color palette in her clothes and just very simplified clothes. And of course, this was something that I noticed in high school. I went to a private high school, and a lot of the girls at my private high school in the winter used to wear sweatpants under their skirts. And so that's why I gave Max-chan sweatpants under her skirt, was because I remember that from high school. And so these aren't actually tights, but these are just straight up sweatpants, just very lazily, like she was just wearing sweatpants and she just threw the skirt on over it because she was cold or something like that. And she's wearing some like white Vans shoes, just some slip-ons. And I actually changed this last minute. This was a very last minute change to give her this pale yellow shirt. Originally she had a blue shirt, but I feel like it kind of got washed out. And so I gave her this yellow shirt. And so even with the sweatshirt off, I feel like if she was just wearing the yellow t-shirt, you get this really cool contrasting colors of like this cyan and this yellow, which are colors you don't normally see like in everyday life. They're very eye-catching. And so we can, that's basically the gist of her character there. And you can read all this stuff on the side if you want there really quick before I take this off of the screen here. Gonna remove this. There we go. Remove. And so, yeah, actually, you can see in this illustration, she's still got the blue t-shirt on. I never changed it, so definitely have to fix that. But yeah, I think it's really, interesting with her color palette, because they're colors that you don't usually see in everyday life, right? And I love the fact as well that it matches the guitar that she has, which for those of you who don't know, the guitar that she has is a Yamaha Pacifica 612 it's got some whole bunch of Roman numerals after it. But basically, if you just look up the special edition teal version, that's the one that she has. And it was also the guitar that I used to record all of the songs, including the one that you're hearing right now. So I thought that was a cool little detail. And she's got the Shoshinsha mark over here on the top of her guitar, which for those of you who don't know any Japanese, it basically means beginner. It's just like a beginner mark. It's often given to people who are learning new tasks or getting their driver's permit or something like that. And so that's what that is. It's thrown on the guitar as a joke because she's a beginner guitarist. So, yeah, I mean, that's essentially it for this episode of Max Out Radio. I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of overview of the stuff and talk about the chapter a little bit. I don't really know how I'm going to do these going forward because I don't want to like spoil the chapter, because I imagine some people will discover this on YouTube for the first time and they may not have read anything from Maxed Out yet. So I don't want to like spoil too much. So yeah, as always with Maxed Out Radio, this is really bothering me that this isn't lined up with that. As always with Maxed Out Radio, please be sure to leave your guys' thoughts in the comments. I do read your comments in the following episode. So whatever you leave in the comment section of this episode, I will read it in the next episode, as I always do. And I believe there was actually some on the old one that I haven't really gotten to yet. So I'll take a look at that really quick. So we've got one from EXP Associate saying, I'm excited. He was most certainly excited. He actually already contacted me that he did read it. So thank you very much, Associate, for reading chapter 1. And then this one, there was a few comments from Ultra Card Things in here, but I wanted to just go over this one specifically. You dropping anime recommendations has me in the mood to drop a few of mine. So for those of you guys who are looking for more music anime, stay tuned to this comment right here. I assume that most of you have watched all of them, but if you haven't, these are some good shout outs, and I've watched a few of them. So Banji Dream, It's My Go. This is one that I'm actually watching through right now. I think I'm on episode 3. I just started it. I just watched the first original season of Banji Dream, and now I'm on Banji Dream My Go, which is a full CGI show, which was really weird to get used to at first, but I got used to it after about the first episode. It's very well done. And so then we have Ave Mujika, which I know is the sequel, I guess, right? That's what the comment says here. And so I know about those two. And then Girls Band Cry, of course. That is one I've seen as well. Girls Band Cry, a great anime. Another full CGI band anime there. So, yeah, those are some good shouts, Cart, for sure. Banji Dream My Go is looking like it's going to be a good one. And of course has a high score on my anime list, so that's always a good sign as well. And yeah, a Girls Band Cry, I definitely watched that, I think directly after I watched Bocchi the Rock, and that was a really interesting anime for me, because I thought that the fact that it was CGI was really going to turn me away, but it actually ended up being a really fun watch, and quite an emotional one as well. And I really like the music that they have for that show and the band that performs in real life. Toganashi Togeari, I think is how you say it. Toganashi Togeari, I think is the exact way you say that, which it really doesn't mean anything. It's kind of like saying like thornless ant or something like that. It doesn't really have like a specific meaning, but they perform in real life, and yeah, their songs are great. Their songs are very good. In fact, they just released a new album like a couple of days ago, and there was one song in there that I really, really, really liked. I think it's called What If. Yes, What If is the name of it. I really, really, really liked that song. And then I am going to... there was one from Banji Dream My Go as well. I don't have... I'm doing this through Spotify, and I don't have a Japanese keyboard, so I have to copy and paste the link here to get the name of this, because I can't read this kanji. I don't know what this is, but you'll know in a second of what song we're talking about. But this is by far my favorite song from Banji Dream. So let me plug this into the translator and see what this says. Autumn Notes. Autumn Notes is the name of it. So that would be Aki something, right? Whatever the word for notes is. Let's go into ChatGPT and let's see what the name of the song is, because I want you guys to be able to find this on your own. Okay, and we'll plug this in. Autumn Notes. I'm gonna get Aki. I don't know what the word for notes is though in Japanese. Like a musical note. I'm not quite sure. It's taken quite a long time. Anyways, in the meantime, while that loads, Yeah, I mean, that's essentially the gist of it for those 3 band anime recommendations. So I've seen 2 out of the 3 that you recommended me. I have not seen Ave Mujica yet, but I do plan to get to that one. And ChatGPT has just completely froze, so there goes that idea. If you just go to the Banji Dream Spotify page, you will find exactly the song that I'm talking about, I'm sure. I've got a lot of work to do on my Japanese and my kanji, especially. So, yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much. I don't want these to go on too long, so I'm going to end it here. Please be sure to support everything by using the QR code or the link and stream the music as well. It's a huge help to both me and Yui-san if you stream the music. So we appreciate that. It should be on all, if not most, available music streaming apps. You should be able to find it. So anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Matane.